Hey friends, it's been a hot minute, but we are back. And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the 3 things that I think you need before applying to any acting agents. Before I actively started applying, I went and had a look at all of the agencies that I wanted to apply for, and I had a look at what their requirements were for applying for representation with them. And every single one required 1, a headshot, 2, a showreel, and 3, your acting resume. If you're looking into getting headshots done for the first time, I would highly recommend sourcing a photographer that is experienced with acting headshots. They give you really great direction and they're able to actually help you with the types of looks that you should be going for in order to best serve your portfolio. Now, as you can see here, these 2 images are the 2 that I got done before I started applying for agents, and they are a true depiction on what I currently look like. They show my hair length, my hair color, my eye color, my skin tone. I'm not wearing any heavy makeup. I don't have any crazy hairstyles that you can't naturally tell what I look like. Now, if you're booking in a session to get a headshot done, I would recommend just getting a few different extra looks done at the same time, just so that when you are eventually signed with an agent, you have a nice little portfolio put together so that they are able to start submitting you for various roles straight away. So as you can see here, this is my main headshot that I have, and then I have a few different looks in case I was to be submitted for a more professional role, in case I was meant to be submitted for a wrong side of the law role, in case I was going to be submitted for a fun-loving girl next door type of role. I have a few different images here that can really fine-tune my application. But in the process of applying to the agents initially, they only require 1, sometimes 2 headshots. So you really just want the ones that really look like you and are a true depiction of what you currently look like. The second thing that is always requested is your showreel. Now, if you don't have any professional footage from any films or TV shows or anything like that that you've been in, that's okay. I recently did a casting workshop and the casting director reassured everyone that if you don't have any professional footage, that you can make up a show reel with self-tape footage. Now, this self-tape footage needs to be of a good quality. So you need to have a half-decent camera. The sound needs to be good, and you need to make sure that it's a performance that you are proud of and that is a genuine representation of how you perform. I'm going to let my show reel run in the background while I give you some tips on show reels. So by rule of thumb, you want it to go for about 2 to 3 minutes. You don't really want it to go any further than that because generally the show reel won't be watched in its entirety anyway. So you want to keep it short and sweet. Specifically in my show reel, I have put in clips of about 30 to 40 seconds. You want to start off and end off your show reel with your strongest performances. And you want each clip to start with you and end with you. Now, with my show reel, my second scene, which is this one here, is of me performing with a general American accent. Is the beautiful Matt Myrams. So my agent suggested that I do this just so that if he submits me for any roles that require a general American accent, when he submits me, he can put a note for the casting director to say, if you watch Jeanette's show reel from the 40-second mark, you'll be able to see her general American accent. You want to have a nice little array of clips in here. Clips that show different relationships, clips that show different emotions, just give a nice little variety of performances so that the casting directors can get a nice little glimpse of the different characters that you would be able to portray. So this here is a scene between 2 sisters with the beautiful Melissa. This one is a little bit more intense as well. It just shows the nice little dynamics that you can create with different actors and different characters. This one here is with these 2 characters who are in a relationship with the beautiful Adam Rowland. Again, a little bit more of a tense scene for this one, but it was one piece of work that I was really proud of, so I wanted to include it in my show reel. And then finally, finishing it off with something that was a little bit more cheerier on the uplifting side. This is a scene between 2 friends. And again, it just shows, different emotions, different expressions, the different ways that I look on camera, the different ways that I sound on camera. Now, my original show reel looked very different to that, but it got me an agent, and then my agent actually sat down with me and we went through all of my material together, and he helped me fine-tune the material to make a show reel that I'm pretty proud of. And finally, the third most requested thing during all of the applications was an acting resume. And that is basically, honestly, just like any other resume that you would have written before in your life, except it has to be obviously specific to any acting experience that you have. If you don't yet have any acting experience, like you haven't done any courses or you haven't got any credits to your name, or you haven't done any extra work on any TV shows or films or anything like that, I would suggest maybe just trying to get a little bit of experience before applying for these bigger agents. It'll probably just help you out a little bit more. It's like applying with any job. If you have a little bit of experience relevant to that job behind you, it's always going to give you a bit of a leg up. This probably looks a bit weird, but I'm running through the Word version with you just so that I could easily take out my personal details there. But I'm going to go through my resume with you. So I developed my resume basically just by researching other actors' resumes and seeing what information they included and how they had set it out. So generally you want to have your name, your contact details like your email address, your mobile number, and then just some basic information about you. So here I've got like height, hair color, eye color, any languages that you speak and accents that you're comfortable with performing with, I feel like are pretty valuable to have on there as well. And then I went straight into the training that I've done. So the most recent training first, obviously, and I've listed them all there. Then I went into my various credits. Now I have categorized these credits into the types of credits they are. So like feature film, short film, and theatre. And then a little bit further down here, television and commercials. Now these ones here, I've minimized a little bit because these ones are more extra roles and featured extra roles, whereas these ones up here, I had actual speaking roles in. So I think hopefully eventually, if or when I do get speaking roles in these two categories, I will itemize them. But for now, just because they're extra and featured extra roles, I wanted to minimize it. Otherwise, it would have taken up so much space because I've been an extra in Five Bedrooms, Neighbours, you know, all these various different shows. And I just feel like these ones here are a little bit more to show, a little bit more important to showcase. Definitely, if all you have is extra and featured extra work, absolutely itemize them and champion each role, because if that's all you've got, then definitely use it. I also included at the bottom here some awards that I have won and nominated during my acting career. So these ones are a little bit from a little bit earlier on for some theatre work that I did, which was very exciting. And then down the bottom here, I also just included some reviews and recommendations that I have received. So this review was ended up on Theatrecraft from a local community theatre show that I did. And this one here is a beautiful review / recommendation from Dia Taylor. I was recently in one of her feature films and she just wrote this beautiful little paragraph that I'm super proud of. So I thought that that would be a nice little addition as well. If you have any amazing skills, like, you know, you're a kick-ass horse rider, or you can ride motorbikes, or you're a gymnast or anything like that, definitely be sure to include those in your resume as well, because sometimes you get a bit of a leg up for roles if you are able to do certain things and have certain skills. I don't really have anything like that, so I couldn't really add anything exciting. So there we are, guys. They are the 3 things that I really think you should consider getting really good quality material for your headshots and your show reel, and get some experience to be able to pop on a resume. I also would highly recommend having a really careful look at each agent's specific instructions on how to apply to be represented by them. There were quite a few different application processes depending on the agent. Some were direct applications through their website, others you had to email them information. So just make sure that you follow their instructions, because based on whether you are able to follow their basic instructions of application can determine whether or not they actually consider you. If you can't follow some easy instructions on how to apply, they might be like, oh, what the hell, who's this person, as if they can't even read basic instructions. So just be really careful when you are applying that you follow their regulations and how they want you to apply. All the best. I hope this helps. If you have any other comments or suggestions or recommendations, I'd love to see them in the comments below. And if you have any questions or any suggestions for any future videos that you would like to see, Also pop them in the comments below because I would love to see what you guys would like to know about. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all again very soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe.